Today, I'm going to address a common question we hear from upper cervical specialists, and that is how frequently do you need to redesign your upper cervical chiropractic website? And the answer really is it depends. Depends on a number of factors, but a good rule of thumb is every 3 to 5 years. So every 3 to 5 years, you should at least re-look at your website and see if it still fits your upper cervical practice. So there's a number of factors that you want to consider when looking at your website to see if you should redesign it. One is your user experience. Is your site up to the current standard of what people are expecting from a website? And a lot of that is focused right now on mobile friendliness. If a website doesn't load quickly, doesn't scroll easily, isn't able to be seen easily when it comes to the visual elements of it, videos, pictures, text, all of that needs to be able to be seen easily on a mobile device. Most people, around 70 to 80%, are going to be looking at your website for the first time on their smartphone. And so that user experience needs to be really, really looked at when you're evaluating your website to see if it needs to be redesigned. The other things you want to consider are just the evolution of your brand. If your practice has changed over the years, if you've added additional services, if you've changed your technique in any way, if you've, changed your branding, those are also things you want to consider when it comes to redesigning your website. You want your website to reflect your brand effectively so that, what people see within your practice and what people see online are the same or very similar. Another thing you want to be thinking about is search engine optimization. If your site is not optimized properly, then it's going to be much more difficult for people to find it. Another thing you want to be thinking about is site speed. This is a major one right now. You want to be looking at how is the site designed, and because that can majorly impact your search engine rankings as well. If the site loads slowly, if it's very outdated with the way that it's been built, then that can dramatically impact the performance of your site. Not only just the way it works, but also the way that people engage with it. You also want to be thinking about security. Security becomes more and more of an issue. There's a lot of things that can be done to your site. There's spam that can be placed on your site. There's hackers that can get into your site. There's people that can steal your information. There's people that can damage your site. And so making sure that you have a secure site with an SSL certificate, with proper updates being done on the site on an ongoing basis. This is why every one of our clients, not only do we build them a site, but we keep it up to date with the updates to the software, with different plugins, with different themes, everything, so that it's as secure as it possibly can be to protect against vulnerabilities and especially, protect your brand from anything that anyone might want to do to your website. Another reason why you want to look at possibly redesigning your website every 3 to 5 years is you may want to incorporate new features or technologies. You may want to integrate, appointment scheduling software or different things related to making it easier for a new patient to fill out new patient paperwork online. You may want to redesign it with different things that engage the patient in different ways. You may want to integrate videos with a new patient class, orientation class, something like that. And so these are all things to consider when redesigning the website. Every 3 to 5 years, you really want to be looking at that website and saying, okay, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to really think about just redesigning this, taking this from where it is to where it should be for today's world. And, website is just one marketing strategy, and you want to make sure that you're thinking through all of it, because you can have a beautiful website, but if nobody ever goes there, it really doesn't matter. And so making sure that you're looking at the full picture, not only the picture of your website, but also how that is impacted with with Google, with reviews, with video testimonials, with social media, with all the different other aspects of digital marketing. So I would encourage you to go to ucmpracticegrowthsystems.com. You can discuss your website needs with us. We can look at your full digital marketing profile along with what your goals are for growing your practice. And we would love to help upper cervical practices grow. So again, go over to ucmpracticegrowthsystems.com and you can learn more about how we can help you grow your practice into this next year. So thanks for listening to this. And again, answer to this question: how frequently do you need to redesign your upper cervical website? Typically, you want to look at it about every 3 to 5 years to see if it's time. And as we always say, go team upper cervical.